The Mystery at Twicknam Vicarage by David Ives. The setting is the drawing room of Twicknam Vicarage, in England, of course. The time is masterpiece theatre time in the evening. At curtain, the stage is dark. It's very dark. Suddenly, a grandfather clock chimes 7 times. Seven times. Suddenly, we hear 3 pistol shots. Suddenly, a woman screams. And as the lights come up on
Jeremy for Thumpington for fines.
Jeremy Thumpington for fines, who is lying dead on a rug with a glass in his dead hand. Kneeling over him is
I, Inspector Harry Dexter of Scotland Yard.
Circling the body
And me
are 3 completely innocent-looking suspects. They are
Mona Thumpington for fines.
The Reverend Roger Penworthy Pilks.
Sarah Pensworthy Pilks.
also present in the drawing room. A couch. And now the mystery at Twickenham Vicarage.
Good Lord. Is he
dead.
dead?
Yes, he's dead. Mr. Jeremy Thumpington Fines has been shot 3 times for the art. Probably within this very room. Probably on this very carpet. Very nice carpet, by the way.
Thank you, Inspector.
I'm sorry, Inspector Dexter. Did you say that Jeremy is dead?
His ventricles have been completely ventilated, sir.
And yet, such a brief, short while ago, Jerry was so alive. So terribly, terribly alive.
Certainly changes our dinner plans.
I presume this was a shitting accident, Inspector Dexter.
A what?
A shitting accident.
Oh, a shitting accident. No, Rector. This was no mere shitting accident.
But you don't mean that it was
Murder?
murder?
Yes, it was murder.
Murder?
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 And I believe it was somebody in this very room who murdered him.
In this room?
In this room?
In this?
I think that's enough of that. Was it you who killed him, Reverend Roger Penworthy Pilks, the rector of Twickenham?
How dare you insinuate such a thing? You might say I love the man Jebbit in some squishy way.
Was it you who killed him, Mrs. Reverend Sarah Penworthy Pilks?
It was not I, for your information, Inspector Dexter.
You're quite cool, as the Americans say, cucumber. Or did you, the man's own wife, do it, Mona Thumpington Fines?
Only 2 fuzz in fines.
Sorry.
No, I didn't kill him. I swear it. Yes, I wanted him dead sometimes. I planned to murder him every now and again, often on Tuesdays for some reason. I even bought a rare Pakistani poison and a set of pinking shiz that might have seemed like an accident. But no, I didn't kill him. I'm innocent. I swear by all that's holy.
Protesting a bit much, if you ask me. Well, one of you did it, and I'm going to find out who.
I suggest you question it, Mona.
I suggest you question Sarah.
Rector?
I suggest you question them too.
I always envied you, Sarah. I confess it. Your beauty, Your coolness, your beautiful bottom, your thrilling long legs, your beautiful bottom. Did I say beautiful bottom already? Your Wedgwood, your tea cozy.
And my husband.
And your husband.
You slept with him, didn't you?
Only once, but it wasn't successful.
I was speaking to Roger, thank you. You slept with Jeremy, didn't you?
Only twice, and it wasn't very successful.
Well, I've slept with you twice, and I can believe that. And I slept with Jeremy 3 times, and we were very, very successful.
Viper!
Amphibian.
Rector,
Inspector?
Jeremy Thumpington Fines was quite sexually active, was he not?
Oh, Inspector, the man was insatiable. I once came in here and thought he was sleeping on the sofa. Actually, he was sleeping with the sofa. The liaison went on for some months until he chucked the sofa for my green leather wing chair.
Well, you're not suggesting the sofa might have shot him?
I suggest you question the sofa, maybe, then you'll find the truth.
The what?
The truth, you know, the facts.
The what?
The facts.
Oh, the facts. Yes, I demand the facts about what happened here tonight.
Oh, who cares who killed Jerry? He's dead, isn't he? That's what's important, isn't it? That he's gone to glory, passed over, gone west, put out to sea, kicked the bucket, cashed it in, popped off, pegged off, curled up his toes, slipped his cable, croaked on this beautiful carpet during cocktails. Isn't that what's important? Well, not under the circumstances, I suppose.
Rector,
Inspector?
was there any tension in the room prior to Mr. Thumpington Fine's death?
Tension? Was there any tension, darling?
Pension?
Let me think backwards.
Isn't this a bloody boring party?
Stop it, Jerry. Stop it. You're drunk.
Damn you, Jeremy. Damn you.
Sir, you're a cad! Well, come to think of it, there may have been a little tension in the room.
But I say, let's not quarrel, shall we?
Hellish weather, isn't it?
I've never seen such snow.
Bullets!
I find it so comforting, snow.
Bullets!
Who needs a drinky? Whiskey soda, Mona?
Love one, Roger Dodger.
It's now 3 minutes to the hour.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Dinner's ready when the clock strikes 7.
I hope you made the cheese things. I do love the cheese things.
The cheese things are scrumptious, are they not?
Bullets.
We found a wonderful restaurant, by the by, Antarctican cuisine.
Antarctican?
A roasted penguin tastes a lot like none, actually.
Like none? Oh, yes, penguin!
Bullets.
Like
We
none.
ate, and then there were none.
Bullets.
Have we all seen Prime Suspect 15?
It's not nearly as good as 12.
Bullets. My God. We're not going to sit about and make bloody small talk all evening, are we? Talk about the weather and restaurants, what we've seen on the fucking telly. Might as well critique the shape and consistency of human turds as talk about what's good on the fucking telly.
Spoiled sport. Sad sack, gloomy, spotted pooper.
You know, we're all going to croak someday.
It was almost as if he'd had a premonition of his own death.
I could be a corpse on that carpet in a moment. Beautiful carpet, by the way. And I'm supposed to discuss the bloody cheese things.
Stop it, Jerry! Stop it. Stop it. I hate it when you get morbid like this.
My God, does none of us read? Does none of us think?
Well, not
Not
really.
really. I just
No.
sit around maybe sometimes.
Does none of us have anything at all of substance to say?
Well, I don't much believe in God much anymore.
Roger,
Just making conversation, darling.
Look at us. None of us is living a life worth living. We're pathetic, toothy, boring creatures with ridiculous accents.
Porthy?
Accents? What accents?
We're a lot of rotting corpses is what we are. Isn't that the terrible, horrible, awful truth?
Stop it! Jerry, stop it. You're drunk.
Damn you, Jeremy. Damn you.
Sir, you're a cad.
Just then, the clock started to strike.
Then lights went out.
What's happened to the lights?
And on the final stroke of 7, bang, bang, bang. 3 shots, probably from a Webley 45. Just a guess. Then somebody screamed. I think it may have been me. Ah! Yes, it was me. Jeremy was lying in a missionary position on my carpet. He'd had an affair with that carpet. So at first I thought they were copulating.
I can't believe that such a brief, short while ago he was so alive. He was so terribly, terribly alive. I'm sorry, did I say that already?
If what you say is true, Mrs. Penworthy Pilks, then the murder weapon is still in this room. Indeed. The fatal pistol is still in someone's pocket. It's not as if any of you lacked a motive. Why, even the furniture wanted him dead.
But we didn't want him dead. We loved Jeremy. He was so charming, so fun, so
Priapic.
pre-epic. What's pre-epic? So pre-epic.
Well, I'm going to have the truth. Excuse me, the truth.
Inspector,
Rector,
I have a confession to make.
sort of your job, isn't it?
I mean, I have a confession to make to you.
What sort of confession?
Well, I don't very much believe in God very much anymore.
Is that your confession?
No, that's not my confession.
Sorry.
Anyway, now that I'm confessing, I might as well say I didn't really like the cheese things very much either.
You don't like the cheese things?
I can say that now. I never much liked the cheese things very much, though I always said they were scrumptious. The truth of it is I was lying.
I always sensed you didn't like the cheese things.
I've always adored the cheese things.
Must we discuss the bloody cheese things?
Jerry said exactly the same thing just before he was riddled with hot lead.
In any case, Inspector, you can take me away, for it was I who ventilated Jeremy's ventricles. I ended his life with a starting pistol, which I stole from my public school when I was 12. It's very hard to say all of this as a disbelieving Christian, because now I'm going to be hanged and I'll go into eternal empty nothingness forever and ever and ever, instead of paradise, a nice place I always pictured rather like Brighton but without the tourists. Anyway, I loved Jerry in some squishy way. Did I say that before? But I couldn't stand it when he threw me over for the sofa, especially since I was so badly desirous of that sofa myself.
Thank you, Rector.
It is so nice and fluffy. I've even fondled it a couple of times and occasions when Sarah wasn't around.
Thank you, Rector.
And then when I found Jeremy had my green leather wing chair, it was too much. My God, he had a passion for things.
Certainly left his mark on him, didn't he?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Very well, sir. Now, if you'll follow me to the yard.
The yard? What's in the yard?
Scotland Yard.
Oh, Scotland Yard, yes, that.
Just one moment, Inspector. As a partially disbelieving Christian, I cannot allow this to happen. It was not only Roger with the starting pistol who killed Jeremy. It was I, with a Webley 45. Thank you. Anyway, I'm willing to face my maker, if there really is one. My true punishment is to have killed the only man I ever loved.
The only man? Really, darling?
Let me finish. The only man I ever loved in a hammock.
Oh.
I shall miss the hammock. You can take us away now.
Stop, Inspector. It was not only Sarah with the Webley and Roger with the starting pistol. It was I, with the telescopic elephant hunting rifle. I shot him in conspiracy with the sofa, who hid the weapon for me. I don't need to tell you why I killed him. But it was sardine sandwiches he had for breakfast.
Ew. Ew.
Now I shall miss the oily little fishes.
I shall miss his hedonistic laughter.
I shall miss tickling his testicles while he sang the Oxford devoting song.
You'll all miss him, but you all shot him, didn't you?
Yes, well,
Well,
there's that.
yes.
There was little things.
I say, chaps, is dinner on yet?
Jerry!
Jerry?
Jerry!
Jerry.
I'm sorry. Was I copulating with the rug again? Oh dear. I seem to have been shot.
Yes, Jerry. I'm afraid there's been a sort of a shitting accident.
A what?
A shitting accident.
Oh, a shooting accident. Well, the bullet seemed to have ventilated but not violated my ventricles. Who are you?
Harry Dexter of the yard, sir.
I say, haven't we slept together?
That would be 2 years ago last April, sir.
Ah, yes. The butterscotch pudding.
Quite right, sir. I cherish the memory.
Aren't you sweet?
But, I mean, if you're not dead, sir, well, I have to say my purpose in life, it's quite evaporated. I mean, I've been made redundant. I'm having existential doubts, sir. Whatever shall I do with my dwindling days?
You might try gardening and get in touch with the earth.
An excellent idea, sir. I shall take up the spade.
In any case, chaps, I apologize for being so utterly beastly before the,
Shooting!
Oh, shooting accident. Yeah. All that morbid rot about death and corpses. But you see, some weeks ago, I had a dramatic personal revelation because my doctor told me I had this ingrown toenail.
No!
No!
I'd quite given up on life, you see. The bally thing made me so damned bitter and nihilistic.
Jerry, you never told me about your toenail.
I wanted to spare you, darling. The funny thing is, as I was lying there ventilated on the carpet, I actually crossed over to the other side. And I saw God, you see.
You saw God?
In paradise. Quite rum, isn't it?
So there really is a God?
Nice chap. We had a wonderful chat about Prime Suspect 15.
Did God like Prime Suspect 15?
God preferred 11. God also suggested I start appreciating things and stop copulating with them.
What was paradise like?
Nice place. Rather like Brighton without the tourists. In any case, I lost all my bitterness. And I realized that the world really is quite nice, really. And then I woke up and I loved it all. I loved the snow, so comforting. And I even loved the cheese things.
Roger says he doesn't like the cheese things.
Oh. God told me he adores the cheese things.
God adores the cheese thing.
Even the cheese things are part of God.
Well, then I shall adore the cheese things with all my heart.
Mostly, I realized how much I love you all. Well, I have loved you all, haven't I, in a variety of ways?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I mean, the hammock was brilliant.
Dear Jerry.
You're so alive again. You're terribly, terribly alive.
Looks like we've got the truth now, don't we, Rector?
Indeed we do, Inspector. And God bless us, everyone.
Anyone for sex?
Cheers!
Yes.